Good evening. So I was just thinking about my little garden story, and thought of my grandparents living in Sundre, who had a gar- big time garden of their own in their back, right by the garage. I mean, I know my grandparents had rhubarb, potatoes, carrots, peas. Can't remember if he had lettuce and tomatoes, but I mean, he had big enough of a garden where you could put several rows of peas and several piles of potatoes and lots of carrots, fill it up, and rhubarb. And I had a nice little compost bin in the back there. Going to the garage is like the smell of sawdust when you're watching it because he's always working in there. Yeah, even my grandparents and my mom's side in Edmonton had a bit of a garden of their own. Not as much. I think they had raspberries and strawberries. As once in a while, if I went to go visit and help the granddad with the gardening, I'd go home with a little bit of a bowl full of raspberries. They just throw some milk and sugar on it. You're good to go. Of course, you did it. Of course, you listen to that wise advice, but yeah. Of course, every time we visited Sundre there, even in the middle of the summer, once in a while, go home with a stash of peas and carrots and potatoes. I think just one time rhubarb. I don't know if you could grow celery or not, but I assume you can. Oh yeah, there's some gardening memories. I just watched the video from Ocean Liner Designs about the sinking of the Lusitania, and apparently there was a wireless operator that had a little. This is 1915. Had a little portable camera stuck in his pocket. Back in the days, like when portable cameras were becoming a thing, and there's even showed even an early ad of those cameras during the sink, and you could take a couple pictures. And of course, unfortunately, he ended up in the water with his camera, and figured the film was destroyed. And when he showed the film, it was amazed way it wasn't completely destroyed and ruined. And it was just shadowy and all, but there's some fair bit of damage. The first two pictures he took was from the promenade and the boat deck before it got torpedoed. And those pictures ended up pretty good. As the rest of the film, that was just, I don't know how he got pictures out of that, but it was damaged enough. It's just like, don't know if you could do anything with it now. It's just how bad a shape it's in. But seeing the ad, it kind of got me thinking of, Jesus, I wonder how neat was that? Looking at that one particular ad, and looking at would have been how neat it would be to look at some more of those ads of the past and such. And I mean, when I was at Fort Edmonton a few years back, they had a little. They just they had a. You went into the one garage that had some old cars there, and let you look around, and there's a stack of these little papers vintage papers and he let you take one. I still have it. I should probably show that at another time. Seeing what the ads look like way back in like the early 20th century. At the birth of the province of Alberta, I guess Saskatchewan. There's no, I don't know if there's a fort here, but it did go to the Prince Albert Historical Museum a couple of times. It's pretty neat. Look around. Look around. They got an old fire truck. The historical museum is in an old fire hall. Yeah, it was originally a fire hall. And the rail bridge was built in the early 20th century. It might have been late 19th century. Yeah, the center part of it apparently was functioning with eternity. Could have boats go by. And when I went on a historical walk about a couple months ago, the guy running it had mentioned that it hasn't worked in a century. Of course, it won't work now with the Diefenbaker Bridge there, but yeah, so there you go. So just shooting off some rambling here for the evening before I go to bed. Now that there's all football's done. Yeah, it's Sunday night. I want to go to bed early as possible. So there we go. So on that note, in the meantime, and in between time, stay tuned.